have got a break in the weather. We have some light blue skies out there, even a little bit of sunshine peeking through. The lights are on here at the ballpark, and we are set for Championship Friday, and we've got Walter State and Chattanooga State coming up for you. Let's tell you how they got here first. Walter State would win their game 7-0 over Roane State, advance on to the Wednesday game, win that game over Dyersburg in a tough-fought battle there, 2-1. They would then play this Chattanooga State team yesterday in the afternoon, and they beat them 3-1, courtesy of the long ball. Chattanooga started off on the Tuesday contest, beating Jackson State from the play-in game 9-1. They would beat Volunteer State the next day pretty heavily, 12-4, losing to Walters, then having to play last night against VolState. They won that game, and now we're in the winner's bracket and the final championship game. Chattanooga would have to win both games to move on to the big division World Series over in Oxford, Alabama this year at Chocoloco Park, May 23 through May 27th. So Chattanooga will take on Walter State. Chattanooga got the field. Here's the lineups.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 20, Markea Howell. Batting third, the right fielder, number 1, Kadra Parker. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 2, Jade Gaynor. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 12, Amber Gaynor. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 3, Laney Jones. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 19, Maggie Klug. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 14, Sailor Marchand. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 6, Kayla Clement. And in the flex position will be the pitcher, number 4, Olivia Smith. Now the starting lineup for the Lady Senators, leading off playing center field, number 14, Kaylee Dixon. Batting second, the shortstop, number 6, Casey Bennett. Batting third, the catcher, number 22, Jules Johnson. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 13, Brianna Beach. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 20, Tatum Dye. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 2, Hallie Laramie. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 11, Ava Brooks. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 12, Abigail Taylor. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 4, Sarah King. And in the flex position will be the pitcher, number 24, Tori Kaufman. At this time, we ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Play ball.
Welcome back, everybody. As we get set to go here in this matchup, Walter State would win this matchup in the first game, as we told you, 3-1. And it was due to the long ball that Walter State put out early, a 2-run shot. Now they will face again this Chattanooga team for the 6th time this year. Casey Bennett had that 2-run home run, and then Brianna Beach had a home run late in the game, gave them the 3 points they needed on the scoreboard to win it 3-1. Tori Kaufman is in the circle again tonight. She pitched 7 innings. She gave up just 4 hits, 1 run. That was a home run, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Again, Walter State just 5 hits in the game to get those 3 runs, 3 strikeouts, 6 walks. They did leave 10 runners on base. We've got a temperature of 70. As I mentioned, partly sunny skies. Finally, after we waited all day long for this weather to get through, we hope that it stays away for the rest of the night so we can finish up this tournament and see who is going to go to the Division I World Series at Chocoloco Park down in Oxford, Alabama, starting May 23rd.
Now
that is
batting
a
number
Tuesday.
18, Cameron Sanuto.
Cameron Sanuto will come to the plate to lead things off. Sanuto has had a pretty good tournament so far. She tries to lay down a bunt, and it is foul. And the first pitch is going to be at 5:49 this evening. Again, Chattanooga wins the first game. They will play again in the if game. Slapped at it, looking at a bunt, but slapped it a little too hard, goes foul. It's quickly 0-2. Pretty much the same lineup for both teams. Dixon out in center, Bennett at short, Johnson behind the plate, Beach at third, Beach at first, Dye at third, Laramie the DP, Ava Brooks at second, Taylor in left, King in right for Walter State, Torrey Kaufman in the circle. And that pitch just missed, 1-2. I think this is the ump that everybody kind of liked behind the plate tonight. Did a pretty good job the first time we saw him. Little slap hit. Dye picks it up, fires the first routine play on the slap hitter for Cernuto. She's got the first out for her Tigers. That'll bring up Howell, the left-hander. A couple
20,
of big hits
Howell.
the other night. Chattanooga State jumped out in front of Volunteer. Volunteer, though, in the bottom of the 7th again, almost came back and won that game. Howell with a couple of hits, 2 singles, and scored 3 runs in that game. But again, they only had 5 hits total in the first time they faced Torrey Kaufman the other day. 1-0 count. Pitch on the way for a strike on the inside corner. Good crowd on hand. They waited it out all day long, and they're here to watch. Grounded again, slap shot to third. Picked up by Tatum Dye, who will throw over to first for the second out of the inning. And it's 2 down for Parker, who will come to the plate.
Now batting number 1, Caitlin Parker.
Caitlin Parker with 2 hits last night as well in that game. Again, they did not do much against Torrey the first time. Parker did have the home run, though, in the 6th inning. That gave them the only run they would score against Torrey. Swing and a miss and a rising fastball, and it's 0-1. Outside corner, swing and a miss, strike 2. And Jules Johnson just coming out of that box, charging out there, ready to go. Parker hit .509 this year, led the TCCAA in hitting. Lifted it foul out of play to the right side. She also had the top in runs batted in with 77. Torrey tries to get her to chase one. Missed it outside, 1-2. You can hear the crowd is definitely into it early. And kind of wait all day long, 8 hours. It seems like we were here. Drop pitch didn't drop, 2-2. This was scheduled for a 12:30 start this morning. 5 hours later, they are finally playing ball. And like I said the other day, when you're waiting around, nothing to do, it's really tough on these players. Swing and a miss. And the first strikeout recorded by Torrey Kaufman. So a 1-2-3 quick inning for the Tigers. And now the Lady Senators will come to the plate when we return You're watching the TCCAA Region 7 Championship game right here on the YouTube VolState Network. Walters State will come to the plate. Dixon will lead it off, followed by Bennett, Johnson, Beach, Dye, Laramie, Brooks,
Now
Taylor,
batting,
and
number
King
14, Kaylee Dixon.
against Olivia Smith, who will take the circle to start this game. Olivia came into the game last night to get some work. There was a lot of pitchers going to the circle last night between both teams as the runs continued to pile up on the scoreboard from both sides. Dixon will take ball one. Dixon has kind of been the catalyst. If she gets going, usually the team gets going, so they've got to get her on base. Swing and a miss. Good drop pitch there. 1-1 to the hitter, Dixon. One ball, one strike. Bottom of one. On the corner for strike two, so she's going to get that edge tonight. Flag blowing out just a little bit towards center, probably about a 3-4 mile an hour wind. Slapped through. Oh, diving stab made. I thought that was going through, and wow, there's Amber Gaynor again with that hot glove over there at short. One away.
Now batting,
Just
6,
thought
Casey
that was going to
Bennett.
clear, and she gets the glove on it and makes the diving catch. Nicely done, Amber Gaynor. That'll bring up Casey Bennett, who had the big 2-run homer in the game against Chat the first time that really won them the game. This one in foul territory. Fly ball is going to be brought in by the twin sister Jade Gaynor. And it's quickly 2 down for Walters State.
Now batting, number 22, Jules Johnson.
Jules Johnson to the plate now. 2 away here in the first. We're in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Johnson comes to the plate. Takes the first pitch down low for a ball. Brianna Beach, who hit the home run in that game to give them the 3-1 win, is in the on-deck circle. Grounded towards third. Gaynor picks it up, fires over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Walters State. As the Gaynor sisters take care of business. We've played one, no score. We'll come back for the second inning. You're watching the TCCAA Region 7 Softball Championship game right here on the VolState YouTube network.
There's no. Right, and then it says the district will follow the national rules. But, so, the district can favor the national center. Okay. I didn't know we talked to the like they looked at years and they looked at. I didn't know if we still count. So right now they're standing on.
Now batting number 2, Jade Gaynor.
Jade Gaynor will lead things off. Jade making the final out in the last inning with a ground ball to her and the throw across the diamond for one away. Or for the third out, I should say. She'll take strike one from Kaufman. And there's strike two. Two strike count. Oh, just a little bit high. Ball and 2 strikes. Amber Gaynor in the on-deck circle, awaiting her opportunity. Tried to chase. Nope. Held up. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball again to third. Dye comes up with the snag. Rolling across the diamond for out number 1. Tatum Dye now. 3 assists so far here in the first inning and a third.
Now batting number 12, Amber Gaynor.
Amber Gaynor is going to come to the plate now. Amber, big couple of hits in this tournament this week. And swung on and fouled off.
I just need one person to come to the car with me and help carry. Just get her.
Jones, the DP, in the on-deck circle. Amber pops this one up and out of play, and the count quickly 0-2. Torrey seems to be nothing but strikes so far here early on, and you like that when your top pitcher, TCCAA Pitcher of the Year, is in that kind of a groove. Swing and a miss. Pulls the string on it, gets her second K of the day. 2 down quickly.
Now batting number 3, Laney Jones.
Laney Jones comes to the plate now. Bats from the left side. She is one of those slap hitters, likes to go through the box, although she's playing the front of the box tonight, so that's kind of different. Looks like she's going to swing. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Usually those slap hitters will step at the back of the box, but you can see she's right up there ready to swing. Maybe figures it's a little tougher to swing against somebody like Kaufman with that slap hit style. Pops it up on the left side. Dye will run out of room as that one will hit the roof of the dugout here on the third base side. The field looks really good for the work they had to do. They had it tarped. They laid it out. They had to retarp it again. Rain came flooding down. They were pushing water out of that outfield, and it looks like the only spot is maybe in center field. Just missed on that pitch, where there is a slight hole out there. There might be a little bit of water, and it looks like everybody else is pretty good. When they were warming up in the outfield, it didn't look like anybody was splashing anywhere, so we hope that they're okay out there. Missed off the leg there, 2-2. Is the only thing that was of concern of why they delayed it a few more hours to try to let it drain and dry up a little bit. You definitely don't want anybody getting hurt out there in the outfield. The 2-2 rise pitch is up top. And the count goes full, 3-2, first full count that Torrey Kaufman has had as she steps out of the circle to regain composure. Johnson looks into the dugout to get the sign. Torrey delivers a fastball. Slow roller to Brooks. Fires over to first. Good scoop by Beach. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Tigers. Can't get anybody on the base paths. We've completed 1.5. We're going to the bottom of the second. When we return right here, you're watching the TCCAA Region 7 Softball Championship on the VolState YouTube network. Brianna Beach will lead
Now
things
batting,
off here in the
number
bottom of the
13,
second,
Brianna
followed by
Beach.
Tatum Dye and Hallie Laramie. Beach with the solo shot in the 6th inning to give Walters State the 3-0 lead against these same Lady Tigers before they hit their own home run and made it 3-1, and that's how the game ended. So 3 long balls, and that was it for both teams. Ground ball towards short, bobbled, and it cuffs Amber Gaynor, and it rolled right up the arm. That'll be the first error I've seen her made all tournament. She's making
Now batting, number 20, Tatum Dye.
Yeah, it kind of cuffed her and rolled up right on her. That's a tough play when that ball does that to you. Tatum Dye goes down, or comes to the plate now with a runner aboard. Fly ball left side, out of play. Tatum finally got a hit in the other game yesterday. She had been struggling at the plate, and she is one of the leaders on this team. And as I mentioned, was hitting .463, but she just couldn't find that base hit. But she did finally get it yesterday, and now she should be ready to go. So Beach down at first, Dye at the plate with a strike on her. Sun still peeking out again here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Outside missing, 1-1. Klug with a nice job behind the plate there trying to frame that up, but that would have been a pretty good pull to get that one called a strike. Fouled off, straight back, and the count goes 1-2. Olivia Smith in the circle again. This is the 3rd game at least we've seen her in. And like I said, she did a fine job this year. She had just a 3.00 ERA on the season in 35-plus innings of work. Foul tipped. Got a piece of the umpire as well as the catcher. So Klug will run it out there to give the umpire some time to shake out the cobwebs and make sure that he's okay. And he says, I'm good, thank you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope, it's a ball no. And it was a little too high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, no outs. She looks to the dugout to get the call, delivers. Again, Dye fouling it off, back behind her to the screen, and it'll stay 2-2. So with the sun where it's at now, it's going to give a little bit of a problem to the right side, the right side of the infield and the outfield. Could possibly be in their eyes on a fly ball, so they'll have to be prepared for that aspect. That one deep right field, way up in the air, and that ball's off the hill. Home run for Tatum Dye. That's a 2-run shot, and there goes Walters State again with the long ball. Here is a team that this year hit 118 home runs in 50 games. Dye was a leader in those categories, helping her team. She hit .466 this year. And I'll tell you what, she can, as you saw right there, she can hit a softball. So a 2-run shot for Tatum Dye. It's now a 2-run lead for Walters State. Strike called, and a pitch that Olivia Smith wishes she could get back because she left it out over the plate, and Dye got all of the barrel on it and sent it over the right field fence. 205 to the fence. That probably landed at about 215, 220. And she had a lot of air underneath it. I didn't know if it was going to get all the way out or not. I thought maybe it was going to be very close, but she ended up clearing the fence up there by the tree. 1-1 count. And And Tatum has got to be happy with that. Like I said, she really hadn't done a whole lot in the tournament so far in the few games they've played, and that'll turn your confidence around real quick. Ball and 2 strikes. There's another long ball. That's going deep as well. That one is over the fence, too. And Hallie Laramie, and they go back-to-back jacks. And it's now 3-0 early for Walters State. Hallie Laramie with the big home run ball. And for Hallie, had 15 on the regular season, puts one over the left field fence. And right now, Walters State has jumped out to the early 3-0 lead.
Now batting,
and Olivia
11,
Smith
Ava
looking to the
Brooks.
dugout to maybe get a different call on what she's throwing, because right now Walters State is teeing up almost like in a golf game at the practice range. Ava Brooks to the plate now. Nobody out yet in the inning. 3 runs across the plate. The first run come across the plate is unearned because it was on an error, but it is still a 3-0 lead. The unearned in the score box won't matter for the win or the loss. So the crowd is definitely up over here on the third base side in the dugout in Walters State, jumping up and down, screaming and hollering. And here's a nice pitch for 0-2 count to Ava Brooks. Abigail Taylor, who has been leading this tournament in laying down the perfect bunt, has moved up from the 9th spot to the 8th spot, and she's in the on-deck circle. Brooks drives one foul to the left side, and they'll stay 0-2. Well, I thought this was going to be a closer game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you, Josh. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brooks. Right now, Walters State trying to break it open here early in the second. She'll foul that one off as she reached out and got a piece of it. The umpire says, hey, can you get me some more of those yellow spheres? We're running out. I said somebody better bring up a whole bunch of them, because I thought in the outfield it was going to be wet, but they're trying to find ones that are dry enough to give to the pitcher, so that may be the reason why they were searching through all of those. He picked up 3, puts 2 in the bag, and 1 out to Olivia Smith. 1-2 count to Brooks. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Good pitch for the first strikeout for Olivia Smith and the first out of the inning. Well, that's what you want your pitcher to do if you can, is after the home run is given up, and that one was back-to-back home runs, you want her to get back in the swing of things, get that strikeout or that out real quick to shake the home run off.
Yeah, but the wind kept it in.
Fouled off and all the way back to the screen here.
They went back to back.
Taylor with the strike against her. Outside corner, 1-1. Good pitch, just missed on the edge. And this ump calls that plate right on. He doesn't give much, if any at all, on either side of the edge. So he really calls a good tight plate. Line shot into right field, and boy, Parker was coming in and then had to turn around and start backpedaling very quickly. That ball almost got away from her. She makes the grab. It's 2 down for Sarah King.
Now batting, number 4, Sarah King.
Sarah got moved down into the 9th spot in today's lineup. Strike called. Again, Coach Sauceman just moving the lineup around when he sees something that he doesn't like, and tries to change things up again, make the player feel confident about where they're going to be. Rise pitch misses, 1-1. In the first game against Chattanooga State, she was 0 for 2 with a walk. And fouls that one off and makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, it is, you couldn't ask for better conditions right now. It's nice to see that sun glaring down on this field. I wish it would have came about 4 hours ago, but we're blessed to be playing now. Light wind blowing that flag out in center field, straight out. Popped up, and behind us it'll go and out of play. For those of you that couldn't make it to the tournament or had to leave, we're glad to have you along right here on the VolState YouTube network. I'm Chuck Sebastian. My producer this week has been Josh, and we appreciate all of you tuning in to watch the games. Don't forget, you can go watch any game you'd like. Swung on, popped up again high in the infield, and this time Jade Gaynor will make the grab there at third for the third out. But they do pick up 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 2-run homer, 1 solo shot. And they lead it by a score of 3-0 as we go to the top of the third. You're watching the TCCAA Region 7 Softball Championships right here on the YouTube channel by VolState. Klug, Marchand, and Clement will come to the plate 7, 8, 9 here for the Lady Tigers. And we'll see if they can't get something started here. They find themselves down 3-0. Swing and a miss as Kaufman goes back to work here in the third. Strike 2, right on the corner. What a pitch. Kaufman looks like she is on fire right now. There are certain points where you just get to a certain level in this game, and everything you do is where you want it to go. That one's just a little low, 1 and 2. Swung on a pitch that was outside the edge, popped it up into right field. The right fielder, Sarah King, comes over to make the catch for the out, 1 away. Pitch that was out of the zone. Klug chased it, put it into the right fielder's glove.
Number 14, Sailor Marchand.
Marchand comes to the plate now. We've seen her a couple different times as a utility player coming in. Tonight she gets the start at first base. Swings at the first fastball, cranks it off the bat into the netting, foul ball. Oh, 1 count, 1 away. Swing and a miss over the top, 0-2. across the complex. They are in the same championship game with the same two schools, Walter State and Chattanooga State. Walter State wins, and the baseball side is done as well. Outside misses 2-2. Last year, these two teams were in the championship game at Chattanooga, and Chattanooga ended up winning that game 5-0 to take a trip down to play in the Division I World Series. And a little bit high, and second full count against the hitter tonight for Tori Kaufman. 3-2. Clement in the on-deck circle. Fouled off. Three, two, one out. Line shot, that'll get down for a base hit. King will knock it down and keep her at first. That was a tough play for Sarah King, as that went right down the chalk in right field. So Marchand gets a single and is down at first for Clements, who comes to the plate. First hit
Now
given up.
Number 6, Kayla.
And the first
Clement.
hit for the team tonight for the Lady Tigers. Pitch is down low. Ball one. Marchand didn't have any stolen bases this year, so don't know if we have to worry about that over at first or not. 2-0 count, but I'm sure Jules Johnson is prepared to throw down if needed. 2-0. On the corner for a strike. A little tight. 3-1 on the count. Grounded foul, and she's a little bit late on the swing. What did he call? Catcher's interference? Yeah, that's what he did, because Jules is questioning about it. Time is called. The ump is going to ask for some help from both the first and third base ump. Jules didn't believe that she got a piece of the bat, and if she would have, the ball would not have carried the way it did. Wow. And on the replay, there is no interference whatsoever. So down to first will go Clement with the interference call.
Now batting number 18, Cameron Sunuto.
And Sunuto will come to the plate with 2 runners aboard. Tying run now at the plate here in the top of the third. Trying to lay down a bunt. Ball one. Jules had a legitimate complaint there, but didn't push it too far, and Mitch or Larry didn't come out of the dugout. There's a strike call, 1-1. Not quite sure why they called it, but we didn't see anything, and when we looked at our replay, we didn't see it either. Up high, swinging and missing, 1-2. Cernuto chasing. Hit a ground ball to Tatum Dye, her first time up. And if she's late on that swing, they're making sure that Abigail Taylor in left field is playing closer to the line. She went for it. Did she get a piece of that? Apparently she got a piece. I didn't think she hit it at all, but she's going back into the box with a 1-2 count again. Fouled it off. Did you see it? I didn't see her hit that pitch. Think he got it back? All right. Well, that would have been the reason why she got to keep going. 1-2 again. Off the handle, got her. Foul ball. Boy, she was jumping out of the box there. That was close to being out of the box. Again, she's got 2 strikes on her, so she steps over. She's out of the box. She's out. Ball and 2 strikes. Tries to slap it down the third base line and missed. Foul ball again. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners aboard. Top of the third inning. On the corner, called strike, and Cernuto knew it. He will go and sit down. 1 away, or 2 away now.
Now batting number 20, Markea Howe.
Markayla Howe, ground ball to Tatum Dye, her first time up. From the left side with 2 runners aboard. And a 3-0 lead, Lady Senators on top. That pitch is just a little over the top of the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Popped up center field, coming in. Dixon will make the grab and end the inning and the threat. So they'll strand 2 runners. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. Going to the bottom of the third. Walter State on top, 3-0 right here. You're watching the TCCAA Region 7 Softball Championships on the VolState YouTube network. Top of the order for Dixon. Comes back to the plate after the line shot. Then Amber Gaynor stole for a single that was headed to left field. This time slices it into center, and Cernuto is there to make the grab for the first out of the inning. Gave it a good ride, but Cernuto, the outfielder in center, is there for the Lady Tigers. 1 away. Here's Bennett.
Now batting number 6, Casey Bennett.
Popped one up her first time, but it was in the foul territory side of third base. Takes the ball down low, 1-0. Did not swing at the first pitch this time. Giving herself a little opportunity maybe not to jump on that first pitch. Inside tight, 2-0. She was really close to being hit there. Did you notice she never moved either? She just stood there. Turned away and said, It hits me, it hits me. Three and 0. And Olivia Smith not coming anywhere close to leaving one out over the plate like she did before. She knows what can happen with this young lady at the plate. There's a strike on the corner, 3-1 on the take all the way. Now she's set, 3-1 count. One away. Driven hard down the third base side, but foul. And the count will go full. She got an inside handle pitch. Umpire will want to check this ball, or maybe he will just tell him to throw it into the dugout. Yeah, I did. That's what they're going to do. Because it, well, yeah. Because it got the moisture, they'll just get rid of it. 3-2-1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of 3, 3-0 lead. Smith checks the sign from the coach. Delivers. Off the handle again and through the mud and the water, and we'll get another new softball. Better turn on the air dryers over there and start drying those balls off quick. They're going to need more. Throw that one in there, throw that one in there, throw that one in there. We stay at a full count, 3-2. Jules Johnson in the on-deck circle. Grounded to third. Jade Gaynor with the throw. Nice play by Marchand to get down and snag that, keep the foot on the bag, 2 down.
Now batting, number 22, Jules Johnson.
So here's Jules, who also grounded to Jade Gaynor. Jade, again, at the hot corner tonight, has done very well. She's got 4 assists in the game already. Strike called on the corner to Johnson. Still waiting for Jules to unload here. She hasn't really shown what she is capable of doing at the plate yet so far in the tournament. And the line shot right into the glove of Amber Gaynor. So the Gaynor sisters playing big time defense here tonight for the Lady Tigers. So we will end the third inning with the line shot. It is a 3-0 lead, Walter State. We're going to the top of the fourth when we return right here on the VolState YouTube network.
Now batting, number 1, Kadra Parker.
So we approach the halfway point of this game that we waited almost 5+ hours to get started. We're going to the top of the fourth. It's a 3-0 lead, courtesy of the long ball again. A 2-run shot and a solo shot for Walter State. As Parker will come to the plate, struck out her first time up, and takes one there on the corner for strike one. Tori Kaufman with 3 strikeouts in the game so far. Outside edge, missed 1-1. Sun shining in the eyes of the right side of the infield. Ground ball, couple of hops. Brooks with a nice glove and a nice throw over to first with the out. Here's Jade Gaynor, who grounded to her counterpart at third, Tatum
Now batting number
Dye,
2, Jade Gaynor.
back in the second inning. Pitches up and away, ball 1. Oh, nice pitch. Really nice pitch. Location was perfect, down low. She's got Gaynor committing early, swinging over the top. 1-1. Fouled off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on, fouled off, out of play, right side, and it'll stay 1-2. Rise pitch that got up there about eye level, a little too high. 2-2. And again, fouled off. And Josh, you told me her and her sister are going to go, you think they're both going to the same school where? Columbia? Shorter. 2-2, 1 out. It's kind of cool to travel with your sister to first, sure through high school, now through the 2-year college, and now to the ended up in the 4-year. Pop straight up into the outfield. Dixon moving over, calling it underneath it. Will make the catch. 2 down. Hit it well. But a lot of room in the outfield there for Dixon to move over and snag that one.
Now batting number 12, Amber Gaynor.
And here is her twin sister, Amber Gaynor. Oh, nice pitch. Strike right there at the knees in the zone. She struck Amber out the first time to the plate tonight. Outside miss, 1-1. Gaynor sisters are what made this team go this year. One hit .447, the other .438 with their average. They did really well. Speaking of well, that's well hit and over the scoreboard. And Amber Gaynor changes the scoreboard quickly with that home run and makes it 3-1. Well, like I said, they kind of make this team go. When one sister goes, the other usually starts to catch up. Amber connects off of Tori for the home run, and it's 3-1 with 2 outs.
Now
And
batting
Jones,
number 3, Laney Jones.
Laney Jones, the DP, will come to the plate. This is similar to the game 1 a little earlier in the innings where the home runs go out of the park, but this is how that score ended the first game too, 3-1. A couple of home runs for Walter State and a solo shot for the Lady Tigers. We're in the top of the fourth, though. We got plenty of time yet to play. That is only the second hit of the ball game for the Lady Tigers as well, but a big one. This one popped up left side. It'll get out of play, and the count will go 0-2 to Jones. Klug in the on-deck circle, waiting to see if she has to remove the shin guards to come to the plate. And now the sun starts to fall behind the trees in the cloud. On the corner, strike three called. Watching it go by is Jones. So they give up the one hit. They pick up the one run. No errors, nobody left, no earned, or one earned. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-1. Walter State on top. When we return, you're watching the TCCAA Region 7 Softball Championship on the YouTube network by VolState. Bottom of the fourth inning. Walter State coming to the plate here.
Now batting, number 13, Brianna Beach.
Brianna Beach, who had a solo home run in the first action when these two teams met. Tonight, popped out to, or no, got on by an error by Amber Gaynor, who had a ball kind of roll up her arm. This time she puts it high in the air for the left fielder Howell to come over and make the grab. One up, one away.
Now batting, number 20, Tatum Dye.
Last time we saw Dye at the plate, she was saying hello to that tree out in right center field with a home run ball. And it was a two-run shot. Pitches outside for a ball. We have checked out the score of the baseball game in the sixth inning. It's now 5-5 between Walter State and Chattanooga State. So both teams battling hard over there. Again, Chat would have to win the first one to get to the if game. Walters wins the game and is over. Kind of the same thing over here. Kind of odd to see the two schools both in the softball championship game and the baseball championship game. Fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the fourth, halfway through this one here. And again fouled off. 2-2. Hallie Laramie in the on-deck circle. Lydia Smith checking the circle, checking the coaches. Now delivers. And went to the outside edge and just missed it. Is a full count now to Tatum Dye. 3-2 count. Got to be there, or she will face Hallie Laramie with a runner at first. Well, Dye's going to pop this up on the infield, and the first baseman, Marchand, will get underneath it. And it's quickly 2 away. Laramie will come to the plate. Her last trip up was
Now
a
back,
solo
number 2,
shot
Hallie
that
Laramie.
sailed right over the left field fence to make it a 3-0 ball game. And it's currently now 3-1 after the home run on the other side by Chattanooga State. Whoa, line shot. Look out. That ball ricochets off the post and comes right back into the playing field and just about took the third base umpire out. Home plate umpire will ask for that softball. Take a look at it, make sure there's no dings, nicks, or tears in it. And on his way back to the plate, we'll pick up a couple of extras. Foul ball, out of play, 0-2. Lights have been on since we started. We didn't expect the sunshine, but we did get an hour and a half of it, so we're thankful for that. And the skies stay currently light blue with some cloud cover. Laramie sends it high in the air, but it will drift out of play. I thought at the way we were going, I was going to have to buy a house here in Gallatin. Line shot right into the dugout. Yeah, you're right. That would be a little expensive, more than I can afford. That's okay. It's a beautiful area. I do like it out here. But after spending a week here, I think it's almost time to go home and get ready for the next one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2 now. Two away, 2 strike count, 2 ball count, and a 2-run lead. Pops straight up in the infield. Second base calling for it. Clement will make the grab, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Walter State. We have completed 4. We're going to come to the top of the 5th when we return right here on the VolState YouTube network. Maggie Klug, Marchand, and Clement, bottom of the order. Did have a single in that order with Marchand. Klug hit a fly ball out to Sarah King in right field her first time up. Getting late in the game, it's 3-1 lead, Walter State. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Strike called on the first pitch. 2 hits, one of those a home run. That is the only difference that is the only thing that Chattanooga State has gotten off of Torrey so far in this game. The single and the solo home run. They did leave 2 runners aboard as well back in the 3rd inning. Did she go? Apparently not. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch gets away from Torrey. It's 3-1. She'll walk over, grab the rosin bag, and get some of that on the right hand. Throw it back down, ready to work. 3-1 count to Klug. Swung on, fouled off. She come right back at her with a strike. Top of the 7th, 5-5 across the complex in the baseball game. Swung on, popped up, out of play it goes. And the count will stay full. This is a young lady we told you about last night, has that little draw in the sand, that little shoulder shake before each attempt. And gets a walk. That'll be the first walk given up tonight by Kaufman. Jules Johnson goes out, sets up the infield. Taylor going to go over and chat with Torrey. A little encouragement there. Marchand with the single back in the 3rd. And we get a pinch runner over at first. And that is going to be Reyes pinch running for Chattanooga State. Pinch running for the catcher. The catcher will go back in on defense. Swing and a miss. Marchand connected the first time with a base hit. Got to second base after the catcher's interference on the next batter, Clement. But was stranded there after Torrey got a strikeout of Cernuto and a fly ball from the center. Popped up Tatum die right there coming down the line, and that one is done quickly. 1 away. It's the only thing about a bunt. If you can't push it down in the dirt, most likely
Now
you're
batting
going to
number
be
6,
out because
Kayla
that ball is
Clement.
going to stay in the air for a little while. And usually in softball, especially in softball, who's ever coming down the line usually is right there to make that catch. Here's Clement, who got on, according to the umpire, catcher's interference. Torrey kind of slides back a little bit this time. Strike called on the corner. And to get catcher's interference, she would have had to have her glove out there in front for the bat to get a piece of it. And she was to the side when we looked at the replay. She was nowhere close. Strike 2 called as the slap hitter goes through the box. The only thing I can figure is when she was going through the box is when she got a piece of Jules Johnson. Trying to go up top with it and just missed 1 and 2. Reyes still hanging out at first base. Has not left the bag yet. 1-2, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Fooled her big time on that pitch. That is a big strikeout. That's 2 down now on the top of the order. Cernuto coming back to the plate.
18, Cameron Cernuto.
Cernuto watching the last pitch go by in the 3rd inning and a ground ball to 3rd to start the game. She is 0 for 2. Pitch is missed outside, ball 1. Time is called by the first base ump as Reyes apparently has a flat tire over there at first. She'll fix that and be ready to go. 1-0. I thought he was going to raise the right hand, and he didn't. He fooled me. 2-0. That was a really good pitch. Strike called there. 2-1. Guy behind the backstop is really into the. You can hear him. Nice pitch, nice pitch. And every one of them, ball or strike. There's 2 on a swing and a miss. 2-2. Maybe he's over here in the stands. I don't know if you can hear him or not. 2-2 count. Changed it up a little bit, pulled it back. Sanuto fouls it off as Reyes was taken off for second base. I'll send that one to the dugout. Two count. 2 away. Through the box, fouls it off. Number 13th team ranked in the nation, the number 4 team ranked in the nation, battling here in the championship game. Grounded to short, across the diamond for the outs. Bennett to Beach for 3. Strand another runner. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 3-1 ball game in favor of Walter State when we return right here on the VolState YouTube network. Bottom of the 5th inning, 3-1. Chattanooga State baseball with a grand slam now leads Walter State 9-5 in the 7th inning. That could be going to an if game. Brooks, Taylor, King to face Smith. Drilled it! Somebody get that ball an Uber because it was smashed over the left field fence. Wow. She put that on the netting there and the batting cages. Ava Brooks with a big home run. It is now 4-1. So Ava Brooks clears the left field fence and some,
number 12, Abigail
and hits
Taylor.
the batting cages out there, and that is going to be all for Olivia Smith. Here in the bottom of the 5th, we're going to get a new pitcher. And it is going to be Rain
Now in the circle for Chattanooga State, number 7, Rain Gray.
Rain Gray, who's come in. She had 2 wins, no losses in 7 appearances, 4 games started. She had 19 innings of work, gave up 18 runs, 9 of those earned, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. Opponent's batting average against her is about 300. And she had a 3.20 ERA. So a 4-1 lead now after another solo shot. And we'll let Gray warm up and we'll be right back. Four-one lead now for Walter State.
batting,
New
number 12,
pitcher on the
Abigail
mound
Taylor.
is Gray. And we'll see what she can do. Abigail Taylor will come to the plate. So Coach Golden not wasting any time with the change here late in the game. Wants to see if she can get a pitcher to slow down this Walter State offense and give her team an opportunity. They'll have 2 innings yet to work with, the 6th and the 7th. But outs are dwindling, and they're down by 3 runs currently. Abigail, the slap hitter, flied out to right her first time up. And it's a 1-1 count. Little bit of sun left peeking across the tops of the trees here. You can see the shadows on the infield and the outfield. And slaps at that one foul, and it's 1-2. Gray, a right-hander in the circle with a little bit of a different style and delivery than Smith had. And then that spinning of the ball on the hip. Looks down at the card and ready. Change up off of her glove to the third baseman's glove, and Jade Gaynor can't pick it up. Down to first goes Taylor. It went right into Jade's glove, and she just couldn't pick it up and throw it over. That'll be an error on the third baseman.
Sarah King.
Here is Sarah King. Pops up a bunt foul behind her. Thankfully, it went backwards because that's a easy pickup. Said when you got to lay that bunt down, you got to lay it down. You don't want to get underneath of it. And a good pitch by Gray there caused her to foul that ball off and up in the air. King looks down at Coach, gets the call he wants, and then she'll be ready to deliver. Trying to bunt again, laid it down perfectly. Gray has one play, threw it a little low, but does get it to first. And sacrifice goes 1-3 in your book. First out of the inning, but it moves Taylor down to second, the very quick Abigail Taylor. And speaking of quick,
Now
here is Dixon.
Number 14, Kaylee Dixon.
Kaylee Dixon is 0 for 2 tonight. A line shot to short and a fly ball to center field. Showed bunt again, and it's a ball outside. That line shot to short was just a phenomenal play to start this game in the bottom of the first by Amber Gaynor, who dove and snagged it right in the what they call snow cone catch before it got to the outfield. It's a bouncer to second. They'll have one play. They'll go to first. Taylor will move down to third. So with 2 outs, they've got another runner 60 feet away for the player of the year in the
Now batting
TCCAA.
number 6, Casey Bennett.
He's already got a couple of home runs in the tournament. She'll come to the plate here with a 4-1 lead and a runner down at third and 2 down. And Gray will face her for the first time. Down low. 1-0. Drop pitch on the corner. The umpire really got into that call. That's the first time tonight I've heard him really get into a call. He must have liked it. Ground ball to short. The throw across the bag, or diamond to first for the third out. But they do pick up the 1 run on the solo home run. They now lead it 4-1. We've got 2 innings left to go. Don't go anywhere right here. You're watching the TCCAA Softball Championships on the VolState YouTube network. Tori Kaufman will go back to work here in the circle here in the top of the 6th inning.
Now batting number 20, Markea Howell.
Howell will come to the plate. Fly out and the ground out tonight. One and one. Slapped again and sailed it over the dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. She hit a home run late in the game the other day. She definitely has some power to do so. Ooh, tried to get that outside edge, 2-2. That was a good pitch, just a little bit low. And with his slap hitter going through the box, that was the perfect position for Tori to put that pitch. Got her, fooled her big time. Kind of a half swing there for the strikeouts.
Now batting number 1, Kate Parker.
That is the 6th strikeout of the game for Tori Kaufman. And here's Parker, who was one of those 6 early on. She also hit a ground ball to second base. Fouls off the first pitch. Oh, 1 count. And 1-1. Ball and a strike. 1 out here, top of the 6th inning. 3-run lead right now for Walter State in the championship game. Out of play. Given chase. Hits the top of the dugout and rolls out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Side 2-2. Swing and a miss. And the train is rolling. Another strikeout. That is 7 now.
Now batting, number 2, Jade Gaynor.
Jade Gaynor comes to the plate with 2 outs here in the 6th inning, and the outs dwindling for the opportunity for the Lady Tigers of Chattanooga State, down to their final 4 outs now. Fastball is taken outside, ball 1. Jade with a ground ball to third and a fly out to center field. Up top, 2-0. Needs to back out of the circle a minute, take a breath. Got a little over amp there, and she throws it a little extra hard, and that ball tends to rise on her. Missed there, 3-0. This should be a take pitch, I'm guessing. I don't know if they give Jade the green light or not, if it's a good pitch. We've seen more than a few girls take after one, though. She did not there. Ball 4, 4-pitch walk. Well, this sets up very interesting here because this is her sister who hit the big home run over the scoreboard back in the 4th inning, and she's got her sister down at first. So
now batting, number 12,
could really cut
Amber
into
Gaynor.
the lead very quickly with a big long shot here. Tori's going to have to be very careful where she puts this pitch. First one is a little bit high, ball 1. Time being called. Jules going to go out and chat with her, calm her down. I think she looked over at Mitch, and Mitch said, go to the circle. So just give her a breather, calm down, tell her, hey, you're okay. Nobody's hurt. You got 2 outs in the inning. You just need 1 more. But again, they're going to shift the outfield. They're going to move Dixon more towards the second base side of center field. She was really quite a ways over. And this is because of the way they're going to set up the pitch. They go to the outside edge. That's what they were going for. They're asking for the call from the first base umpire, who's going to say nothing because he wasn't looking. You can tell when he doesn't answer, hey, did you see that? And he's looking out on the diamond, that he wasn't watching the plate. Wow. 3-0. That was a really nice pitch that Gaynor almost went for, and they still didn't get a call. So she's staying outside. That was the reason for the shift in the outfield. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. What did I say? The Gaynor sisters, when they start to roll, things really happen. That's a 2-run shot now for Amber. So she's got both home runs in the game and all 3 RBIs. And it has now made this game a 1-run game.
Now batting, number 3, Lainey Jones.
Lanny Jones now to the plate. Strike called on the first pitch. Well, now this is a whole new ball game. It's just a 1-run game. All of it courtesy of long balls tonight. Fouled off, back to the screen it goes. Jones struck out looking her last time up. Kaufman usually bears down after a home run given up. Let's see what she does here. Last time she struck out Jones too, so Jones may be cursed here because Amber got another home run. Oh, just missed that call, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Change swing. Got her. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is now a 4-3 ball game right here on the VolState YouTube channel. Bottom of the 6th inning. Johnson Beach Dye to the plate against Gray, who came on in the last inning. Drops a nice drop pitch in there for strike 1. She came on after the Brooks home run, getting the final 3 outs after the error by her third baseman, and stranding the runner at third. Outside miss, 1-1. Things are going to start to get very tense here as we approach the 7th inning next. A 1-run ball game, depending on what Walter State does here at the plate. Fouled it off of her and herself, or the catcher as well. 1-2. Jules trying to find a spot to put the ball in the outfield. Gray trying to get the pitch he needs here for the out in the inning. Wow. Wow. I thought that was strike 3. Gray did too. You see the big smile on her face. She's, yeah, okay. 2-2 count. That was a really nice pitch. I think the guy behind the plate might have missed that one. Got her there. Swing and a miss. 1 away. Yeah, here's one of those games that just makes your stomach jump all over the place. Depending on who you're rooting for tonight. Both of them are really, really intense, both these games. Here's Brianna Beach. Fly out to left her last time up. Got on and scored because of an error at short. And then the 2-run homer by Dye brought her around. Takes ball 1 from Gray. Rise pitch, 2-0. Tatum Dye up next, 2-run homer tonight, and a fly ball to first. Popped out of play, foul, 2-1. Checked her swing, popped it up, foul. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Down low. Slap it past the third baseman right off the glove there and rolls into foul territory. That was a hard shot. I've got to give her a single on that. I don't think that Jade was going to make that catch no matter what, even if she had a bushel basket in front of her. That was rocketed down the line. She was just barely able to get the glove on it. So down to first goes Brianna Beach with a single, and the opportunity here
20,
for Tatum Dye again. Last time she had a runner aboard, she sent it over the fence. It has been the long ball for both teams tonight. One out in the inning and a runner at first. Pitch is outside for a ball. Hopped up to first base her last time up. And that was before Gray took over the circle, so this is her first time of seeing Gray. Ooh, sliced foul into the trees. Outside again, 2-1. Three and one. 3 balls, 1 strike, and Gray's got to be there. Otherwise, she puts 2 runners aboard. Late here in the bottom of the 6th inning, only 1 out and a 1-run lead for Walter State. Big insurance runs on the diamond. And she walked it. It is not what she wanted to do after the strikeout. Here's Hallie Laramie. Solo shot.
Now batting number 2, Hallie
Back
Laramie.
in the second. Her and Dye went back-to-back with home runs. Time is being called, and the pitching coach headed to the circle to chat with his pitcher, Gray. Again, the win here for Walter State, it's over, and they will take the trip to Oxford. And right now in the bottom of the 8th, Walter State men's baseball team is down 9-5 to Chattanooga. That means they would have to play an if game if they lose that one. That if game wouldn't be played until tomorrow because they don't get to play. It would be the 3rd game for Chattanooga State in the day, and they don't play 3 in a row. So they would have to play that if game tomorrow. From what I understand, if game here would be played right after this if we go to it. I think. I haven't been told for sure yet. Hallie Laramie at the plate. 2 runners aboard. Takes that first pitch inside for a ball. 4 pitches in a row now for Gray that she has not found that strike zone. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Gray looks down at the wristband and delivers. Inside strike called, 1-2. Laramie, 15 home runs on the year, 780 slugging percentage, 364 batting average. Been here before. Change up, tag, throw to second, not in time. Good play by Jade to get the runner coming at her. That was Beach for the second out on the fielder's choice.
Now batting number 11, Ava Brooks.
Ava Brooks now will come to the plate with a runner at first in Laramie, a runner at second in Tatum Dye, and Ava, her last time up, sent the ball over the fence. Got a piece of it, fouled it off, and got a piece of the catcher's mask as well. Klug says she's okay. Big insurance run down there at second base if they can get her across the plate. 2 outs in the inning now, here in the bottom of 6. Down low, 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. The pressure continues to mount after each pitch because you know it gets tighter and tighter. Drop pitch, 3-1. And now she's got to come to her or she loads the bases. Brooks has just got to make sure it's there. Don't chase anything out of the zone. Gray's got to throw that strike. Up high, ball 4. Well, now you've loaded the bases. With 2 outs.
Now batting number 12, Abigail Taylor.
For Abigail Taylor, who has had quite a tournament. Some really spectacular slap hits and a couple of great bunts. I doubt she lays the bunt down here. But bases loaded with 2 outs and an opportunity to pick up a couple of insurance runs. Slapped it into center field. Cernuto slipped. The ball goes over her head. There's 1 run scoring. There's the 2nd run. And there is the 3rd run scoring. And down to 3rd goes Abigail Taylor with a triple. Cernuto slipped in center field, and when she did, she was off balance and couldn't get to the ball. I don't know if it's because of the wet conditions or she just stumbled in the outfield. And, oh, that is heartbreaking for Cernuto, who probably had that ball in her glove on the line shot. Taylor gets a triple out of it because it wasn't touched and picks up 3 big RBIs for Walter State. Boy, you got a feel for her. That is tough. Pops straight up in the infield, calling for it, second base, Clement, to end the inning. But with the slip by the center fielder, Walter State will pick up 3 more runs here in the inning and now lead it 7-3. They are 3 outs away from going to the Division I World Series, where they have not been in quite a while. We'll come back and find out if they can do it next right here on the VolState YouTube network. So it is now a 7-3
Now
ball
batting
game.
number 19, Maggie Klug.
And Maggie Klug, Marchand, and Clement will have to get on base here for the Lady Tigers for any chance here in the 7th inning. They got 3 outs to work with against Tori Kaufman. And the first pitch is down low for a ball. She walked her the last time up. She flew out to right field her first time up. So Klug, Marchand, Clement.
That's the only way I can remember.
Bouncing ball to second. Brooks to first. 1 away. And the crowd gets a little bit louder. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Marchand. Flew out to third base her last time up. Single her first time up. Got stranded out at second back in the 3rd inning. And now you hear the chat dugout. 1-1. Two and 1. Off the handle towards right field, foul territory. Giving chase is King. She'll get over there, but not in time. And the count goes 2-2 now. And they'll get a new softball. Jules, a little encouragement on a 2-2 count. Three hits and 3 runs for the Lady Tigers in this game. Swing and a miss. VolState is 1 out away from winning the softball championship. And they will take a trip to Oxford, Alabama, Chocoloco Park if they can pull this one out. And it'll be the Division I World Series. And I think the last, I want to say 2016, I thought, maybe. We have a pinch hitter. Macy Boulier, thank you. Sorry, Macy.
Now pitch hitting number 21, Macy Billier.
I was right. But that's okay, Rich. I forgive you. Unswing for a strike. 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the 7th. Or no, actually top of the 7th, sorry. 7-3 lead, VolState. They were the home team. Swing, strike 2. Look at Jules Johnson from behind the plate. She is pumped right now. Ooh, pitch is a little bit high. One-two count. Strike 3 ball game. Tori Kaufman strikes out the final hitter for the Lady Tigers, and they celebrate right there at home plate. A final for the Lady Senators, 7-3 win And what a
We will have
performance
the
once again
presentation of the most valuable player
for the Lady
and the team
Senators.
awards in just one moment.
3 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors for Chattanooga tonight. 7 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for Walter State. Once again, the pitcher of the year, Tori Kaufman, sets him down, ends up with 5 strikeouts in the last 2 innings, even though she gave up a 2-run homer and a ground ball. And that was really kind of what set the tone. She ended up with 10 on the night, which is about typical for Tori. And, of course, the long ball tonight for Walter State really played a big part in the game. An unfortunate slip out in center field by Cernuto, allowing 3 runs to score on a ball that was hit by Taylor that may have been caught. It was looking like she was going to get there,
Foster.
but she either slipped or she maybe twisted or maybe divot out there in center. And there goes the water spray on Coach Larry Softman for the championship. And the Lady Senators are going to be moving on. They'll be going down to Oxford, Alabama, May 23rd for the Division I World Series Softball Championships. You'll be able to watch that, I'm sure, online through the NJCAA Network TV. So we're going to take the scoreboard down there. We'll watch the presentation of the trophies and for the players. So stay right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will have presentations of the most valuable player and as well as the team award, team trophies. First of all, we'd like to thank Dr. Montague and Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and the entire Volunteer State Community College community for hosting this year's tournament. At this time, we welcome Dr. Foster Chasen, Commissioner of the TCCAA and the NJCAA Region 7 Women's Administrator, Region Director. First, the award for Most Valuable Player, the 2023 TCCAA NJCAA Region 7 Most Valuable Player from Walter State, Tori Kaufman. And now for the TCCAA NJCAA Region 7 runner-up, the Lady Tigers of Chattanooga State. And now, the 2023 TCCAA NJCAA Region 7 softball champions, the Lady Senators of Walter State.
capping off quite the season for these Lady Senators, and a chance to follow them all season long. And what a game. And Josh, I look at the scoreboard again, and I think that last inning there where the slip in center field, the 3 runs scored. Other than that, this was a very tight contest. Could have went either way. But the Lady
We'd like to
Senators
thank once again all the fans who
capping off a
attended
very big
and cheered on
season
their
here
team.
with the number 4 ranking in the nation. They held it quite a while this year. They were also in the top 5 numerous times. They actually got up to number 3. But they are definitely on their way down to the World Series, and we hope that they can do some damage down there at the World Series at Chocoloco Park in Oxford, Alabama. So that's going to do it. Again, final, Walter State Lady Senators win the softball championship game by a score of 7-3. And a big thumbs up to Chattanooga State, the Lady Tigers, and Coach Blythe Golden. They finished second this year, so kind of reverse roles because last year Chattanooga beat Walter State 5-0 in the final. So we'll see how the Lady Senators fare down in Oxford. I want to thank AJ, our technical director, for helping us out, getting everything rolling here on the YouTube channel. I want to thank Josh all week for being my producer. He's done a fine job, and he is going to be kind of taking over here next spring and taking care of some of the softball stuff and getting it rolling again. I'm hoping to come back and help you out a couple of times as well. I want to thank the TCCAA Region 7 District for inviting me down. Bobby Hudson from VolState for inviting me to come do the play-by-play. I appreciate it. I hope that you folks enjoyed it as much as we did. But finally, it is all done and over with. The sun is shining, and we're getting ready to head out of here and pack it up. Again, the final, Walter State 7, Chattanooga State 3. I'm Chuck Sebastian from Inside the Press Box. Good night, everybody.